Hello and welcome back to the channel. So how did you fare for your game week 1 teams? I did well, not what I expected, but a solid start to the season. So this is our game week 2 team selection video, and also we are going to take a quick look at how my team performed for game week 1. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So I did make some changes to my original team before the deadline. I downgraded Ramsdale to Sanchez and played Ward as my first choice goalkeeper. Then I upgraded Walker to James, and I also downgraded Neto to Bailey. So Ward against Brentford conceded 2 goals and got only 1 point. But the biggest disappointment was from Liverpool fullbacks. Trent and Robertson both got only 1 point as they conceded 2 against Fulham, and their performance was pretty poor. Then the other 3 defenders, that is Cancelo, James and Trippier, did repay my faith and gave 7 points each. Then moving into the midfield, Mohamed Salah, king of FPL as expected, scored a goal and also gave an assist, and he was my game week 1 captain, so I get 24 points for him. Then both the other midfielders were poor. Bailey only got 2 points against Bournemouth as Aston Villa lost to Bournemouth 2 goals to nil, and Mount and Chelsea overall looked very poor in that attacking half. They didn't connected as well. The midfield and the strikers looked very disjointed. There were no patterns of play whatsoever. Mount played as a right side of the forward attack. Sterling played from the middle and Havertz played on the left side, so that didn't work at all. I didn't see any combinations of play, and I'm really worried about those 2 Chelsea assets. Even though James kept a clean sheet against Tottenham, they are gonna have their hands full from Son, Kane and Kulusevski, so I'm little worried about them, especially Mount, because there's no attacking threat whatsoever from Chelsea against Everton, who are one of the poorest side of the last season. But Everton did play well, to be fair, to give them credit. Then in my attacking department, I'm glad I went with Haaland ahead of Kane. He did score 2 goals and also got 3 bonus points. Then Jesus was a disappointment, but I think he will score loads of goals because Arsenal in that first 20-30 minutes showed what fluidity or what attacking progress they possess. They faded out in the second half, but from that first half performance, I think after this game week, which is their best run of games, I think he will score a couple of goals. Then I was pretty impressed with Da Silva. He came on for Brentford and also scored a goal and got 6 points. Andres was pretty exciting too. He at times played ahead of Mitrovic as they played on counter, and he basically played a number 10, but on counter he was ahead of Mitrovic at times, so I was impressed with Andres in that position. Then it was Sanchez who didn't keep a clean sheet but still got 4 points against Man United, so that was impressive. He most probably will be my first team keeper for next game week. Then Greenwood too got some game time against Wolves, so that's selection is also on point. So that's it. I got 68 points for game week 1, which is not what I expected, but still it's a really good start. And the only worry about my team here right now is owning Mount, who is an 8 million asset, and I also want Trippier in. I also want Perisic in game week 3, so I want to have that 0.5 million in the bank. So that's a big transfer dilemma for me for future game weeks. So my transfer plans ahead of game week 2, as I said earlier, I'm really worried about Chelsea and their attack really looks very bad. Mount, I don't know what to do with him. He's priced at 8.0 million. He will be coming up against Tottenham, so I might replace him with 2 players that I have in mind, that is Martinelli from Arsenal, who is priced at 6.0 million. He did score a goal against Crystal Palace, who I think was their worst fixture in that first 5 to 6 game weeks. Up next there will be Leicester, who are at home, who considered 2 goals against Brentford. Then it would be Bournemouth, Fulham and Aston Villa, and I think Martinelli will be a nailed on starter for Arsenal in these game weeks, and his expected points for game week 2 are 2.7, and he did really miss a sitter against Crystal Palace and in that 30-40 minutes in the first half, Arsenal looked very good attacking wise, so I might go for him, which would save 2 million in my bank. So I really want 0.5 million in the bank, so that in game week 3, if Perisic gets fit, I could go for him. So my second option for replacing mount is Manchester City's Jack Grealish, who did start against West Ham United and also played 90 minutes but didn't get any attacking returns. So Mahrez and others came on. Mahrez substituted Foden and Holland got substituted for Alvarez, but Grealish did stay on the pitch for 90 minutes. I know he didn't get any attacking returns, but his next run of games is just juicy. He's coming up against Bournemouth, Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa, and I think he will start a couple of games, and I think against these oppositions he will score a couple of goals and give us points. I would have liked to go for Foden, but as I said earlier, I want that 0.5 million in the bank in case Perisic gets fit. I would upgrade Trippier to him. That's why I might go for Grealish, which saves 0.5 million in my bank. So here is how my team will look for game week 2. So let's just say I replaced Mount with Grealish and banked in 0.5 million. So I will go with Sanchez obviously in this game week. He will be coming up against Newcastle, who themselves kept a clean sheet against Nottingham Forest. So I don't think Brighton will keep a clean sheet against Newcastle United, but I hope Sanchez gets those save points as he got against United. Then I'll go with 5 at the back again. So it will be Trent, Robertson, Cancelo, James and Trippier. I hope this time around Liverpool up their performance and keep a clean sheet against Crystal Palace. And Cancelo will be coming up against Bournemouth, so I think that's a definite clean sheet from Manchester City, and I hope this time around he gives some attacking returns. He did get 2 bonus points against West Ham United, but he also considered a yellow card, so he got me 7 points for game week 1. So James also kept a clean sheet against Everton, but I don't fancy them against Tottenham at all. They looked really disjointed. Koulibaly performed really well, but he too got injured. Might be cramps, not too serious at all, but I think Cucurella will give them a little upper edge defensively, so that might turn this game into a 0-0. Let's hope so for that. Then my last defender will be obviously Trippier, who will be coming up against Brighton, so I think this might be his last game in my team. He did repay my faith in first game week. So moving on to midfield, it's gonna be Mohamed Salah, Bailey and Grealish. So Mohamed Salah did score and also gave an assist against Fulham in that first game week. He was really poor in first half. Actually the whole Liverpool team was poor in the first half except Robertson, but in the second half they did perform well after Darwin Núñez came on, and I expect Salah to get attacking returns against Crystal Palace too. I didn't want Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. Bournemouth defeated Aston Villa 2-0, but I hope Bailey gets attacking returns against Everton. Then I've gone with Grealish. As I said earlier, he will start against Bournemouth, and I hope he get couple of attacking returns against Bournemouth. So it's Holland and Jesus up front. Holland got 2 goals against West Ham United, and I think he will start against Bournemouth, and I hope he gets a hat-trick against Bournemouth, and he will be my game week 2 captain. Then it's Jesus, who didn't get attacking returns against Crystal Palace, but in that first 30 to 40 minutes Arsenal really good attacking wise, so I will still hold him for in my team. He will be up against Leicester, who themselves considered 2 goals against Brentford. So I think in this game week Jesus will score definitely. So on my bench it's gonna be Ward, Andres Iniesta, Andres Da Silva and Greenwood. So that's it. That's probably going to be my team for game week 2. So I might also take a decision to keep Mount in my team, or I might go for Martinelli. So that will be my transfer plans. So do let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below, and also let me know how you guys performed in game week 1. So I will only be doing this one team selection video for every week, no other content on YouTube for a couple of weeks until my exams get over. So do follow me on Instagram, where I update or post every single day related to FPL, and I will also be updating my team before deadline on there. So give us a follow at FPL Football Fanatic on Instagram, and see you in the next one. Good luck for game week 2.